Well, he is a fellow TV host and podcast host. You can see his show every week on Check TV. Nice to say. It is a great pleasure to welcome, as we move to the main camera for the first time on our city tonight, Mo Amir, host of the TV show and podcast, This Is Vancolour. Mo, it is a great pleasure to have you here, sir.
Jim, the pleasure is all mine. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And hey, with this sweater,
Trying to be festive.
No, I like this. The holiday season is upon us. I'm doing my little parts. So, anyway, it's great to have you here. I told you, we were talking the other day, your show is part of my weekly TV diet. I love what you do.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. And one of the things, we'll get into what the show is all about, what you tackle, but one of the things I love about your show is you are doing something which is really a dying format in modern media, which is.
Are you saying I'm on my way out of the industry?
No. I will do it. I will do a custard. Honestly, you are not. I love the fact that you have formatted your show where you can have a half hour, if needed, to talk to one guest.
Yeah.
And that is something that just doesn't happen anymore. I pride myself on Lee and I being able to do a 6 or 7 minute interview, but I love what you do because you can do that, which allows for a lot of conversation.
Yeah, I like that too. And I think, 22 minutes of TV time, that structure actually provides a lot of creativity. Some people think it's limiting, but I can go the full show with one guest, or I do a little commentary off the start, and then I have 2 guests for slightly longer segments, or then we just divvy it out with 3 different guests. So it gives us a lot of flexibility.
It does, especially when you've got, maybe I'll use the word sensitive topics. One of the other things I love about what you do is you don't shy away from topics, but because I think, in my opinion, you have the time, you can have rational adult conversations and not screaming heads and accusations.
Yeah, I think that's the great thing about the format when you have a longer conversation is you can have a little more relaxed explainer, basically.
Yeah.
So I definitely lean into that where possible, where important topics warrant that. But then it's nice to have those 5-minute light segments where you're just kind of palling around and joking around with a personality in BC.
Yeah, you've got a wide wheelhouse like we do. Tell our viewers that may not know of the show, because they can see everything on your show.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I like to call it a politics and culture TV talk show. It's very BC focused though, so it's always BC personality. Sometimes we'll get the odd personality outside of BC, but generally very BC focused. And I think issues that matter to British Columbians, things that people are talking about. I don't like to go to political people or media people in terms of finding out what's hot. I like to go to my friends and other circles that, maybe are not so connected and maybe are curious about topics. So we love to do explainers, and we love to have personalities that people love, whether that's Fiona Forbes, our mutual friend, or Tamara Taggart, or Kyla Lee, a great criminal defense lawyer, is very popular here.
Boy, she is the go-to person for anything.
So knowledgeable and very succinct, which I know as an interviewer we can appreciate.
Yeah. You started with a podcast in 2018, moved to, added the TV show in 2021. How has the landscape changed for you pre and post-COVID?
Oh, post-COVID, okay. I look at it actually pre and post-television, because I feel like we do still orient the show towards the TV audience, less so the internet or podcast audience.
Sure.
Obviously, we podcast all our shows, and we have sometimes long form podcast extensions, but generally we're still trying to cater to that TV audience. In terms of COVID, I think there's just a lot of anger. So sometimes, I channel that anger or passion in my commentary, but sometimes you want guests to bring down the temperature and maybe explain things about that you aren't seeing in short Instagram or TikTok reels. Yeah.
No, that's a very good point. I mentioned to you when we were talking the other day that in a recent show you did where you had that representative from First Nations. And
Aaron Peets.
Yeah, thank you. And although I personally would say I didn't agree with everything he said, I like that you had enough time and you both had a mature discussion, and it wasn't finger pointing, screaming, and yelling like you see on a lot of American cable stations. It was a solid 25 minutes.
Which I can't stand.
No, I think they're losing viewers unless you're rabid for that kind of stuff. You're right. But as I said, there were times when I was about to say, wow, what? And then you were able to incorporate things. So you really covered all the bases with something like that. And that, again, I think that's one of the strengths of your show.
I think finding the right guest, as you are well aware, is so key. I mean, you can find the right topic and you go, oh, I need, this is a hot topic. But then it's like, who do I find to talk about it in a way that the audience can follow along, but also, gives factual and balanced information. And when I say balanced, it can be ideological as well. We don't shy away from people having political leanings by any means, but it still has to be fair and rooted in some accuracy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, and because I sense, and going back again, not to beat up on the American cable
No, let's
formats,
beat up
but
on them. You know what? We're on check. Let's just beat up on them.
But you often think that it's they're putting people in the same arena just to be provocative and get ratings. I've not sensed that at all from your shows. It seems to be more about let's have a discussion as opposed to let's verbally kick the you-know-what out of each other.
Yeah, I would like, at the end of the day, I would like my audience to walk away either having learned something or maybe gaining a new curiosity for a subject that they can do deeper dives in later.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how I see it. It's always geared towards a general audience, and I think throwing a yelling match at a general audience is just not a winner for me, and not content that I would want to put my name behind.
What have you learned about this city, good or bad,
Yeah.
and the province?
I'm not sure if this falls into learning, but I think I've just developed a deeper appreciation for it. I think we have some serious challenges in this city, in this province, that warrant, serious solutions.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as angry or frustrated as we can be, I've just learned that there are people doing some really good work. There's some really interesting thinkers out there that have interesting ideas for solutions.
Yeah.
And that's just made me love this place more than ever in terms, obviously we love it because of the natural beauty and the clean water and all the good stuff there. But despite all the challenges that I think millennials and Gen Z are facing, we have incredible human capital and talent here. And I think for me, it's a privilege to be able to talk to some of those people and showcase them.
Hey, it's Mo, and we should mention on X, it's at Vancolour, Instagram, This Is Vancolour. You are very, very active on social media. You do what we do, which is everything is put up online.
Yeah.
You're doing shorts online.
Yes.
And are you also encouraging viewers to get in touch with you with questions and comments?
Oh, absolutely, especially on the television show. And you might experience this as well. I find that when viewers actually watch the full show, you get some really great feedback, right?
Yeah.
Things that maybe you didn't consider or just different perspectives. Online feedback is a little different. It's very reactive. It's people that just want to rant or get a mean comment out or whatever. But I love hearing from television viewers. Mo at thisisvancolour.com if you want to email me. But no, I always love, thoughtful emails. Those are the best.
Anybody in 2026 that you are keen, or a subject matter you are keen to interview and tackle?
Oh, you were throwing me on the spot here. I feel like we have an ongoing list of dream celebrities. And obviously, it's like Seth Rogen and Ryan Reynolds. In terms of one particular one, Pamela Anderson.
She'd be a good interview.
I would love to just talk to her about the overall pop culture and her, ascending to fame in a very sexist, misogynist culture, and now where she is and how she would look back on that and what she's learned. So
that's a great choice.
I know that's a big name, but that's a dream guest for me.
She's a BC person, so you'd like to think maybe that might sway a little bit, but I think I agree with you. She'd be a great talk. She's a survivor. It's been 30 plus years for her. I mean,
totally.
It'd be great to hear how she's come out the other end
and she's been doing this non-makeup thing too, which I think is so fascinating. So I'd love to, pick her brain about that because she was such a symbol for femininity in the 90s, right?
Hey, it's Mo Amir. Check out his show Thursday nights on Check, and you can also catch him online everywhere and check all his past episodes out. Is there a website as well?
Yeah, just thisisvancolour.com.
Okay, there you go. Hey, the man with the sweater. Great way to end the year. Thank you, Mo.
Thank you. Appreciate it.